God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. God says you're on the right track, my child. You know, just because you have misunderstanding days or you don't understand yourself because you don't have the proper patience you feel like. But when God installed patience within you, he didn't install you being discouraged. He didn't install you living in fear. He installed patience within you. So when you show up for yourself, it's a process within a process of you showing up for yourself. And to be fully aware of yourself is to have self-awareness, to have self-respect, have self-control, have self-discipline, have self-confidence, have self-care, have self-value, have self-love, have self-worth, have self-patience, have self-peace, and healthy boundaries to balance yourself out through your day-to-day activities to know that you are worthy. You know, getting discouraged was never part of the plan. That's first and foremost, because God did not install that within you. And living in fear was not part of the plan, because God did not install that within you. Being patient within patient of your process of you showing up for yourself, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, it's a process within a process of you showing up for yourself to elevate in a healthy way. You know, when you believe in God, God believes in you. And being that God believes in you, God has patience for you. God has patience for you on your misunderstanding days, good, bad days, just because moments, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because moments. God is willing to show up for you to show you that if I'm patient with you, you could be patient with your process of you showing up for yourself to elevate in a healthy way. To know at the end of the day, it's a process within a process of you showing up for yourself to genuinely be patient with yourself. You know, just like loving yourself, it's patience. You know, you getting into a relationship, it's patience. You know, things in life, it's patience. You know, these tools that are that are our everyday activities that we get in tune with, that we love, that we like, or we're trying to get in tune to find new things to, you know, allow our mind to open up to new things. It's patience. You know, that's why God installed patience within us. God did not encourage you to get discouraged or install within you to live in fear, because he believes in you. He believes that you're so strong-minded and you're so powerful within yourself to show up for yourself to elevate in a healthy way. You know, because you have self-awareness. You know, being that you have the proper tools within you for you to show up for yourself that God installed within you. God said never give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you or gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. That was never part of the plan. Giving up on yourself was never part of the plan. You know, having these tools installed within you can allow you to be your best self vision of yourself. When you least expected, you was the blessing in disguise to yourself this whole entire time. Because God believes in you. Regardless of your sexual orientation, the color of your skin, regardless of your sexual orientation, the color of your skin, your religion, you're disabled, or you're elderly. As long as you don't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself and others around you, your life matters in God's hands. Your life matters. Never allow the enemy to psych you out your thought process, let alone your freedom, to allow you to believe that you cannot elevate in a healthy way because they want to take control over the narrative of your life. It don't work that way, because God is firm as to how he created you. God was firm as to how you was coming into this world to show up for yourself. You may not understand your walk of life, of your path, as to how you were supposed to show up for yourself. But one thing for certain, two things for sure. You knew what it felt like to be disrespected, portrayed it by people that were supposed to show up for you and respect you. You knew what it felt like for someone to disrespect you in uncomfortable ways, to manipulate your character when they took your kindness for weakness. All you trying to do is show up for yourself. You know that energy hit different, right? Because you have self-awareness within yourself. A person will sit here and really disrespect you because you love yourself. Because they can't get in tune to who they truly are. Because you genuinely love yourself. So they have to disrespect you because you have peace within yourself. And you just trying to find yourself. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. When it starts with healing, it would never be an overnight process. And when it starts with healing, you cannot wear a mask. Because being real with yourself is part of the plan. That was always been part of the plan, being real with yourself. So wearing a mask when dealing with your healing process, being real with yourself, as to listen, I want to be my best self vision of myself. I want to be my best self vision of myself. How do I allow myself to elevate in a healthy way and have the proper balance to maintain this mindset, to continue to have the proper self-awareness, not to get sidetracked by the enemy or the devil, to allow the devil to believe it's the norm to go against my neighbor. It's the thought process for me. You can respect your neighbor and stay in your lane. And you can also show up for yourself to elevate in a healthy way and blossom, to become the best self vision of yourself. Regardless to whoever allows you to believe that you are slow, stupid, retarded, or you can never amount to anything at the end of the day. Or allow you to believe that you was unworthy, who overlooked you, who didn't take the time to get to know you for who you truly was. It's their loss, not yours. Because God believes in you and you believe in the God within you. But when it starts with healing, that walk of life is different. When you look at your reflection in the mirror, you really got to reevaluate yourself. Like, hey, I'm not wearing a mask today, and I don't want to wear a mask my entire journey moving forward as well. I want to be the best self vision of myself. How do I start this healing? You know what you do? You got to stay true to yourself and be real with yourself at all times. It's a process within the process when you start your healing. It's not going to be easy because you will forever be in your healing process. And I say that respectfully. Just because you start your healing process today, it would never be an overnight process. Never. So never allow someone to psych out your thought process, allow you to believe it would be an overnight process when it comes to healing. Because it would never be an overnight process. And you can't have one foot in one door and one foot in the other door and think you're going to start your healing process. It's not going to work like that. You got to be firm as to, you know what? I'm standing tall today for myself. I'm standing strong-minded for myself today to understand I need to take the proper steps for myself with God's protection for every direction, moving forward with this journey that I want to be the best self-vision of myself. I want to love myself. I want to honor myself. How do I do this? When you start your healing process, it's a process within a process to elevate, to reevaluate your thought process, to say, you know what? I love myself. Hey, self, I want to get in tune with myself. It's going to be a process within a process, but we got this. With God's protection for every direction. Hey, God, can you please guide me through this journey of my healing, please? I don't need no distractions. I just want genuine people around me that's going to respect me and love me for who I truly am. You saw what was transpiring in my life. I'm just trying to fix what happened, but fix what happened in a healthy way. To show for myself, to elevate, to become my best self vision of myself. Thank you, God, for the guidance. And as your journey moves forward, your steps has been ordered because you chose your best self vision of yourself to start your healing process. When it comes to healing, it would never be easy. Because getting in tune to what truly just happened to you is a roller coaster that you would never be one to experience ever again in your life. But it's the thought process that at the end of the day, sometimes you have the mindset that you psych yourself out your thought process at the end of the day to believe that, you know what? I am worthy. Part 2 coming next. Now you genuine love, respect. Love yourself with God's protection. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. Never allow the enemy or hate in disguise to allow you to believe that you're unworthy or allow you to believe to psych you out your thought process. Never allow the enemy or hate in disguise to psych you out your thought process, let alone your freedom. You matter, you matter, you matter. Now you genuine love, respect.